We've turned the calendar to July, and Charlie Clark is joining us because that means we are smack dab in the middle of tourist season. Charlie Clark, of course, from the Chamber of Commerce, the Island-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. How are we doing as we head right into the peak of the
We are
season?
welcoming guests, as we always do every
Sure.
July. As you know, July is always the peak of the busy summer visitor season. And this is no exception. We are holding steady to last year, though. We're not seeing a huge increase. We're not seeing, we've held steady for the last couple of years. And the important thing to note is we've held steady on folks coming, but they're paying more. And that's a good thing for all of us.
For
you know,
all
that
local
average
businesses.
daily rate is up. We're seeing people paying for that, which is a good thing. And this is always July 4th weekend. It's coming into a busy, long weekend. 70 million Americans, I think, are expected to travel this busy weekend. So it's a great time to get together with family and friends, and that's definitely going to be happening in the Lowcountry.
And does it look like it's going to stay that way? Because I know how ahead of the game you are. Stay that way pretty much the rest of the summer and the fall, or are we looking at any more?
If we look at our
spikes?
advanced reservation reports, they're holding steady too.
Okay.
To past years, we're not seeing any big surges and blips. You know, last year we had Europe had a 30% surge in travel last year. So a lot of people who normally would travel domestically traveling to Europe. Europe will be up again this year thanks to the Olympics being there, and we're seeing prices and demand in Europe surging as well. So we're mirroring a lot of what our other destinations that we compete with are seeing as well. So holding steady and welcoming those guests in July, and gosh, so much going on.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of programs and a lot of things going on too. Tell us a little bit about what's
Well, I
coming
just
up the
think
next
too,
few
one of the
years.
things we, during the summer, everyone is so busy servicing our guests, and hats off to the workforce who does that. That's really important. It's a busy time on the island, but boy, there's just so much fun stuff going on for residents as well. So if you want to find out, check out our website at hilton-bluffton-chamber.org. You can see what's going on and sign up for that Lowcountry Lowdown. Boy, has that been popular.
Yeah.
People really want to know. It's a great piece to get in your inbox. It says, what are we going to do this weekend? What are we doing for the 4th? It's all right there. So we encourage you to check that out, and you can sign up for that online as well.
Usually comes out on Thursdays.
It does.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
does.
that's 'cause I get it.
right.
I know.
I know. You do get it. Usually does come out on Thursdays. This week it will come out on Wednesday. Want to give people plenty of time before the weekend hits to find out where are the fireworks, where are the celebrations, what can I do this holiday weekend.
You mentioned a word that we have not yet mentioned on the show, but ties it all together with all the discussion about the bridges, the workforce.
Yeah.
I have to think they don't have a specific advocate, but I've got to think folks on the mainland have got to be happy, at least curious of what comes next with the bridges, and hopefully while we're all still here in 2030 it'll become a reality.
Our board of directors, which is largely made up of some of the largest employers, we're in support of that, and it's a commuter issue. This isn't about bringing more and more visitors to the island. We're all about balance when it comes to that. This is about getting that workforce over. These are the people coming to the island who are doing the jobs that support islanders, and we want to make that as easy as possible.
And as much as workforce housing is something you're concerned about too, and working it out so some people can live on the island, it's still, even if you do as much as the town thinks it might be able to do, most of the traffic it's still mostly traffic from the mainland, isn't it?
Right, and if you look at the island's growth, which really hasn't from a population standpoint hasn't happened, but you look at the growth obviously on the mainland, Ridgeland, you're in a situation where the workforce doesn't have to drive to the island as much as they used to either. Those jobs are available there, so that's important. That matters. We've talked anecdotally with some of our members now who whether it's a service company or an air conditioning company, they're saying, nope, our employees are only going to go to the island during certain times because they don't have the time to give to that commute. And we know the majority of those accidents are happening between 3 and 6 p.m. according to SCDOT. So it's a commuter issue. We were pleased to see that Town Council recognized that, and I think it'll be great for islanders, and it'll be great for those coming to the island as well.
Charlie, thanks for all the info. Again, Charlie Clark from the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. We want to thank you for joining us. We hope we've made you a little bit smarter over the last 30 minutes. And if you missed anything at all, we'll be back in 90 minutes.